Taxi protests have spread across the Eastern Cape this week over unpaid COVID-19 relief funding. The mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay municipality wants the army deployed now. Well, Ronald Masinda is in Gqeberha. He's been following the story for us this week. Let's find out what is happening today. Ronald, a very good morning to you. And yesterday you were in Gqeberha and we heard from taxi operators there as to how this was affecting their work, how it was affecting commuters. It seems now with the army or sort of request for the army to be deployed that they're expecting that this is going to heat up.
Well, good morning to you, Gqeberha. Well, all roads lead to the eNCA Stadium this morning in Zwide. That is where hundreds, if not thousands, of taxi operators and owners are expected to meet. They will be addressed by the various taxi associations who were part of last night's meeting with the executive mayor of Nelson Mandela Bay municipality. Now, behind me is quite a number of taxi operators and owners from the northern areas of Gqeberha. They will also be part of that gathering. We're also hearing reports of violent clashes that took place here over the past 24 hours. I'm going to be speaking to Ulrich Stellenberg. He's one of the taxi drivers from the northern areas. Ulrich, thank you very much for your time. First of all, what has taken place here over the past 24 hours?
Thank you. What happened over the past 24 hours, basically the strike has increased, the situation has escalated, and today we decided as a taxi organization that we will not be operating because we don't want the situation to escalate to our side where our drivers, our owners, vehicles, our passengers' lives are at risk. So this morning we decided we'll get here peacefully, and then, like I said, we will be on our way to attend the meeting at the eNCA Stadium in Zwide. We will be leaving in the next 10-15 minutes.
I'm just going to ask you, my producer in my ears just asked me to ask you to keep your mask on, please. But in terms of what has been taking place here, are you in solidarity with the taxi industry as a whole?
Yes, we are in solidarity with the taxi industry, although, as you have heard on reports, that there was only 2 organizations mentioned. And after last night meeting, we attended the meeting and explanation was given that all associations will be included in the situation. So that's why all of us will be attending this meeting this morning.
All right. Concerns are from the mayor that, this is escalating to be much more than the 6.5 million rand that is at the center of this dispute. And he feels that, these violent clashes are uncalled for. He says that, this has to stop. What are your views on that?
Our views, basically, or my view will be that seeing that we've come now to the table, and even after last night's meeting, as we can see, the situation, especially in our areas, and I'm sure in most of our other areas, is very peaceful. I will advise that more time should be given, as we've also given unto the government or municipality last night. We spoke to them and said, look, we will follow protocol. So in 7 days' time, we'll hear back from them. But that's why we are attending the meeting now, so that we as drivers and owners can collectively hear and make a decision on what will transpire further. But I would tell the mayor that he should just relax and give us the time that we need so that things can be done in a more peaceful manner. But to make that call right now, might just escalate the situation.
All right. Just very briefly, Ulrich, in terms of what the mayor has said last night, requesting that the deployment of the army is needed at this stage, do you see that as a taxi industry as a threat?
I wouldn't see it as a threat. I would also not see it as not a threat. But as an operator, all I will say is, by bringing in the army, what message are you sending out to us? So from our side, all we are saying is, give us the time we requested, and let's do this peacefully and sort this thing out peacefully.
All right. Thank you very much, Ulrich, for your time. Well, Uveka, what we also heard from the mayor yesterday is that 6 arrests have been made since this protest action started on Tuesday. We were also told that more reinforcement in terms of policing and law enforcement will also be around in Nelson Mandela Bay. We also know that the mayor himself will be going around to various communities, speaking to people, calling for calm at the situation. He is also expected to speak to them at around 10 a.m. this morning.
All right. Well, Ronald, while we have you, I mean, this week we saw buses being targeted. We saw passenger buses being set alight as well as, well, I'm not sure if they've identified who the actual culprits were, but with the call for the army to be deployed, just give us an idea as to whether those attacks have stopped and then why the need for the army to be deployed if that call still stands.
So the concerns are that the police, there are not enough police to actually, try and curb some of the violent protest action that we've seen throughout Nelson Mandela Bay. And the reason for that is that now the mayor feels that, the issues on the ground have escalated to such an extent where schools have remained closed in several areas as well as malls. We also heard reports of hospital healthcare workers told not to go to work, as well as even patients, people who are part of the strike being blamed for those calls. And this has only added anxiety and a lot of, worry in terms of the people who cannot even go to work, because a lot of them not only use minibus taxis as a form of transportation, but we also know, Uveka, that other forms of transportation like your e-hailing services have been prohibited in many parts of Nelson Mandela Bay. So many people affected at this stage. Some of them cannot even go to work. I think yesterday we also reported that even several restaurants had to close because they were short of staff. So the mayor is saying that this is having a devastating impact on society as a whole, not just on the taxi industry. And that is one of the reasons why he has called on not only the President Cyril Ramaphosa to intervene by deploying the army, but also Minister of Transport Fikile Mbalula to try and resolve this dispute around the COVID-19 temporary relief funding.
All right, Ronald Masinda, thanks very much. You'll keep us updated on that one. Well, from the